Please subscribe to this channel and also turn on your notification bell in order to get our latest updates.
Oh, we don't hear plenty talk for social media. Palava some 7 human rights lawyer them where they don't take some one particular chief for inside Fako division, chief for Boasa village for that side. So for Fako, chief Eko Ewume John, plenty people they sabi like MOJA say they don't take it, go for military court for Yawende.
I get so many reports of family people the way it don't intimidate them, where it don't frustrate them with the so-called chieftaincy, say he be chief, he get black magic, where it arrest people, their family, disappear them, because when I say disappear them, they need to still see their, where go arrest some family member, after the treatment we don't give, they define the person, they need to see him.
Human rights lawyers match words with action. Drag MOJA to military court for kidnapping, abuse of power, and torture. Chief Ewume Ekobo John of Boasa village, popularly known as Chief MOJA, has been dragged to the military court in Yaoundé by 7 lawyers and other human rights defenders. In a complaint submitted to the court against MOJA, the lawyers quote, "It emerges from the preamble to the Constitution of Cameroon that the Cameroonian people affirm their attachment to the fundamental freedoms enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Charter of the United Nations, and the African Charter of Human Rights and People." Recalling that the text spells out the equality of all citizens in rights and in duty, they added, "It is inconceivable that a soldier acts under the rule of the Cameroonian army to commit atrocious acts against the citizens he is called upon to protect while remaining unpunished." In a TV interview today, July 16, 2022, one of the human rights lawyers, Barrister Tamfu Richard, confirmed that he and some other lawyers have submitted a complaint against MOJA at the military court in Yaoundé. Please listen to what Barrister Tamfu said. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Bye for now.
Oh, we don't hear plenty talk for social media. Palava some 7 human rights lawyer them where they don't take some one particular chief for inside Fako division, chief for Boasa village for that side. So for Fako, chief Eko Ewume John, plenty people they sabi like MOJA say they don't take it, go for military court for Yawende. But the big question this afternoon, we will go concentrate for talk on top this matter. The first question, waiting really make and way una lawyer them decide for take this case go for court.
Which really push we na say time way some of we will watch video way person they wear Cameroon army uniform, then the chief people them, then they bring out some talks them, not only kick whole person, dump am inside motor, then kick it like say he the treat na animal. To tell you watch that video, I tell you I personally I be so disturbed about which Cameroon they can become to. Why he be say this man don't they do am and the leafy? Why he be say this man go use Cameroon army uniform, the torture civilians them the leafy? So I call some of my friend human rights lawyers the way they inside when our lawyers them too. We look the video, analyze, and I will say no, something they wrong somewhere. We no fit talk say we no fit the work every day. They talk say Cameroon na a state of law, Cameroon the respect rule of law, and we see a uniform officer where in principle he get obligation for protect people their lives and their property, and we see being na the first person where he do the contrary and do the contrary in a very, very brutal way, because you will see in the height on the casket of say it one say don't arrest separatist fighters. I will tell you the truth. He never ever arrest separatist fighter. The separatist fighter they who arrest me go for their bush place with them. You know go take picking the way that they move around the streets. Talk say na separatist fighters. If actually you even suspect say they be separatist fighter, don't be na ye be the court. Don't be na ye get power for send person for prison. I get so many reports of family people the way it don't intimidate them, where it don't frustrate them with the so-called chieftaincy, say he be chief, he get black magic, where they arrest people, their family, disappear them, because when I say disappear them, they need to still see their, where go arrest some family member, after the treatment we don't give, they define the person, they need to see him. Whether I don't kill them, whether I don't go through and for side, or they know. So time when I see this kind of thing, the thing over disturb me. And don't be at the first time. The first time we don't carry you for some case, some pregnant woman, where the video to be go on social media, where it go for the woman in the house, harass a pregnant woman for that matter, heavily pregnant, as no correct, he parade the woman for town, torture the woman, go through and for prison. I look the thing past me, and then when I be take upon myself for handle that case, I discover so many lies about the surrounding circumstances for that matter, and I even drop complaint against MOJA for Boyadi, and with the long hands inside government, it frustrate the complaint. Up to today, the complaint never go anywhere. So this time around, I say no. With the other 7 colleagues lawyer, we look the law will get them. We see the different strategy we will use and we discover say the best strategy now for drag it for court for Yaoundé court, and nothing that we don't do. And I promise you, say this time around, you know, go be wait if he, because if he say he get the government powers then for himself, he get everything. But this time around, I tell you, we the 7 lawyers and many people, many other lawyers that come. So me read this way, he go face so many of we for court, and me forget for no say me just forget say all the threats the way I receive them. Whether I say be chief, he go send me snakes, he go do this, because I believe say if actually we get those black magic, if for instead they use those black magic for go define, for go to arrest the race separatists the way they did for Bush, you know, go for the, you know, be get for the use that flimsy threats for if he tamper on my life. So those things, those threats to me, just forget about it. And I'll tell you, say, whether we will reach now for which Supreme Court for Yaoundé or for which for this world, you will get me for your foot.
All right, and you don't tell me the main reason they wanna make the 7 lawyers them wanna they take chief go for courthouse now. The question maybe the follow up or the one asks now, the man then for Boya and Boya to get caught for uniform people them. Why una no concentrate for Boya? Now say for Boya you over get power for day. Now why that? No,
you know, say don't be not the first time. Principal provisions are there for inside for laws for talk say they feel arrest person when it comes to a uniform person like he, we commit this kind of crimes, and inside place with conflict they may they go ye for Yaoundé. Now why do you see they be arrest my colleague Barrister Agbobala for Boya, they take it for Yaoundé. They arrest so many persons them inside this ongoing crisis that they take them, judge them for Yaoundé. So you not get for be any difference or fees sometimes or don't violate any principle for law. It be clearly stated for law say the court for Yaoundé get in principle people to like say like a universal jurisdiction. So now why would take it go for Yaoundé? I will believe say when we go there for Yaoundé, I don't believe say they will get any influence as when he there for Boya, because the one for Boya, I feel say they be get some play with the friends and for that side. So this time around we'll go for Yaoundé. We in the headquarter and the capital, so that we'll see what it happen for court. And
when plenty people they be hear this matter, court lawyer them for whether they fight right for people them, take chief go for court, they talk say the chief na government. Though if you talk say lawyer them to na government, but now it depends what you wanna they do. That you see Yaoundé, una sure say una go fit put these things in for order, then they hear una.
No, look, for the people that whether you be chief, it don't mean say as I be lawyer, I no fit go for prison. If I be lawyer and I commit the kind of atrocities the way this chief they commit them, I will go for prison. We carry the chief go for prison because we believe say as a chief, he role now for create avenues then for justice. He role now for create avenues then for get peace. But when you be that the first person where you terrorize your own population, you need to see carry out your function like a chief. So I be very sorry. So if you be say you be the arrest those people them through way you suspect say na separatist fighter, then you hand them for government where he be in charge of handling such cases, we will not forever get problem. But the problem now say he go arrest people them, beat them up, torture them, treat them in a very inhumane circumstances where you know if you believe them. You need for some of the video themselves you know if you watch and so they go to the end. So I ask myself say now which kind of country where would they? Est-ce que this country permits me chief instead of protecting the population we get them, now instead those kind of acts that we get for commit them? No, I said no. So for Cameroon, no law, even whether I be chief, whether I be president for republic, law be equal to everybody and everybody be submitted to that law. So even if now who or ministers would see them for court. So talk less of a chief. So if chief you behave contrary to what you will be as your functions, we will drag you for court, and I think that will don't do. If he too, he don't see say I don't commit anything will be to those kind of activities, he get right to for take me go court for go prove him. So don't be like say we no fit carry chief go court. No. Yes, we get institutions the way we get for respect them. As a lawyer, I get for respect those institutions. He too, as a chief, get for respect those institutions, and I just wait that way we'll be into.
Now, before Nabuan take this on a gather courage for take this kind of thing for go for Yawende, una be don't talk with people them or una just take say una be lawyer them una fidwa.
No, we don't get. I don't get several complaints. I say people they need to get the courage for expose their trauma where this person they cause them for them. People that come say where Moja don't do this, they fear for come out. If you see for the complaint, we will write them. Now we decide for take the complaint go in a form of a denunciation, because the real victims them though I get their contacts them they fear. This man did not only he throw wish talks them for them, frighten them with the snakes the way say get them, frighten them with the magical powers the way say get them, and these people they fear for air their views. And when it even do them within MOJA with the feature with on the eye watch of the authorities the way they did for them, it like say even the authorities the way they did for them they fear it. Because how wait if you explain say a Cameroon soldier where he wear Cameroon uniform, where if he talk say they head for that they are for the army that the head of state, because he be chief of the armed forces, why he be say that they leave him commit kind of atrocities and then no money talk around his surroundings? It means that they be in complicity or waiting. So and decide say no, or and with the other lawyers they will decide say no, this time around we no go do them for place where they we go take and go for big quarter and big quarter. May they show we say all wait to the talk we no get no meaning, or say wait way they do be correct, so that may all man now be no for Cameroon say okay. If you take the laws into hand and then we'll see what way they. But for me, up to now, I believe say no, that be a thing that way our constitution talking, because even for our constitution, it talks say the people they strongly affirm for universal for the respect of the universal human rights the way they don't put them for inside, or the African Charter rights the way they did for that document. So Cameroon they respect human rights, and I think say nothing the way we don't talk them all through, and even for all our laws them no law no talk for Cameroon say when person offend you get right for take the law into your hands or decide about the life as you want. So many people and the way this chief MOJA don't take them wait today they define and they need to see them. The family people they know say their persons they don't die and no person they account for. So we go continue for the live, we go continue for the live for the kind of chaos. You go continue for the take pregnant woman them maltreat them on the pretext say you get charges. So wait to be that pregnant woman a crime. Wait to be these people their crime when you want you render justice, you decide over their life, over their face. So we decide say no, this time around we already dig into and see if actually if we did for this car, and if this case no go to its fruitful end, then I already know now no place our ID, because today I believe I did for country with the respect law.
All right, and for Yawende, I don't put the case for before. It's for Yawende side there. I don't confirm say she don't hear this matter, or is it then for level for say me they look whether they go here or they no go here.
Well, as a principle, they get for confirm. They no get choice, because wait way would they decry them with proofs added to it. Nothing way even the government itself if you get the powers for take them into action. But how a government no go act itself, it needs a person that come before the government. So we believe say as we don't put them for government inside these days the way they go follow, they go either surely call we come confirm which we don't talk or tell we what for do, and may it to the year, because the Cameroon as a state of law they also get for they get for issue someone's me come explain whether not in this way they go teach you for military for see me go out begin to do them, or what if it be the real motive behind this kind of actions them, so that me all man we hear, so that when we go do them and then we'll go maybe confrontation and for see exactly what TV, and I be sure say we'll get for do the case, and I don't see why government not get for confirm this kind of, except say government want tell we say for Cameroon that they recognize they need to respect human rights, they recognize say any man fit take laws into his hands, they recognize say they so person fit use Cameroon army uniform commit atrocities and then he go unpunished. So I don't believe saying that kind of image where Cameroon the preach and for all the show and for we every day or the defend them.
All right, and inside the different talk the way don't talk, one of the things that will be picking now. This woman, Konso Antoinette, now the woman in name that will be Douti Bele, we now the same chief, he be go find it talk saying he be don't follow some person who gonna against government, and maybe that woman for now. Some people they see that two side that woman day and that picking. This is there for back counter.
The woman see there for prison after we did not even grant a bail. So some of the things that way that they happen for this country, it just say well. You just live with now woman this way they don't grant it bail, but they still the keep it. Case where he self don't file against this man for all that torture and all that assault or for his skin. The case the complaint see they pending. They say they know the one go forward. Instead they prosecute. They say get another matter for before examining magistrate. So I don't understand, but I just believe say one day more no say. If society if nature don't accept say more hold some responsibility post at times we no get for play with people their lives, because when you look at that woman in case and critically closely for the fire, you ask yourself say but wait to be this woman a crime. As a lawyer I need to see crime where that woman don't commit them.